welcome to this playthrough for Deus Ex, and in particular I'm using what is called Deus Ex Transcended, so which you can see there on the bottom, version 1.5.6. So let me just give you a quick rundown of what I've got going on in this game. So there are many different mod sets and whatnot you can use to play Deus Ex nowadays, but this one is probably the easiest and closest to vanilla that you can get, and that's why I decided to go with it. I did test out Deus Ex Revision, which you can download on GOG or Steam, and I was going to try that out. Did a lot of tweaking with it to get it close to vanilla, and then I couldn't get any of the achievements to pop in training, and so I decided, after wasting way too much time trying to get those 3 achievements to pop, I'm like, look, if it's having trouble with this right now, I don't want to deal with, trying to troubleshoot it, especially when there's 255 achievements and if like only half of them pop. I'm not going to deal with that, basically. This is fine. This will let me just play the game normally. And so here's some of the game options I've set. There's really nothing here that you can see that have changed. Nope, no, nothing here. I am using Direct3D for the renderer rather than OpenGL because it does seem to work better with OBS recording. That is something I did change from the default. It worked great without OBS going, but as soon as I started recording, there's a lot of stuttering on the screen, so I didn't want to deal with that. I did change the UI scaling, which I think is a very good idea, especially when you're playing on a big screen like this. The color scheme is set to what's called COPS for both HUD color and the menu color scheme, and I feel like going back to default is better. It just looks better.
I spill my drink.
Yep, no I didn't. But I didn't do anything special here on this screen for sound. And I didn't really touch any of the transcended options. So these are all pretty much default as well. So this may not be 100% a vanilla playthrough, but it should be pretty close. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump into a new game. This will stick with medium difficulty, or normal. Let me mess around with this real quick. I'll be right back with you. So that's what I think I'll go with. I'm just going to assume his real name is that JC is initials for his first and middle initial, and so that's what I'm going to stick with. As you can see over here, I've trained computer, lockpicking, and electronics. I think that should be a good starting thing, and started off with pistol at train, so I'm going to leave it there. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump in, and also default appearance. Let's go.
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting, is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience, and their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. If necessary, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. A new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon, that city will be a reality, and we will be crowned its king. Not better than kings. Gods.
All right, here we go. Liberty Island. Nothing in the trash can.
Heads up, JC. Your brother Paul is on his way to meet you at the dock. The NSF is raiding the island and shots have been fired. I repeat, find Paul. I will monitor your situation from HQ.
Welcome aboard, Agent.
There he is.
Paul, I thought you were in Hong Kong. Welcome to the Coalition, JC. I might as well start using your code name. Think I'd miss my brother's first day? Didn't think you'd have a choice. What's going on? The NSF. They hit one of our shipments. A few of them got away, but we trapped the rest in the statue. What are we waiting for? Looks like a textbook assault. The NSF took one of our agents hostage. The bots are holding the perimeter, but my orders are to hold back and send you in alone. I think someone high up wants to see how you handle the situation. All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better issue some hardware. Remember that we're police. Stick with the prod. It'll stun your opponents or knock them unconscious. A non-lethal takedown is always the most silent way to eliminate resistance. Just in case, though, Manderley wants you to pick an additional weapon. A sniper rifle, a GEP gun, or a mini crossbow. The crossbow. Sometimes you've got to make a silent takedown. Good thinking. With these tranquilizer darts, you'll have another non-lethal way to take down an enemy in addition to the prod. I get the idea. What's the first move? I'm going to give you a map of the island. If you can get to the North Dock, a UNATCO informant will give you a key to the statue doors. He responds to the code phrase, iron and copper. You could avoid a lot of fighting, though, if you found a back way to the statue. I'll see how it looks on shore. Your primary objective is the makeshift command center the terrorists have installed at the top of the statue. But don't forget about Agent Herman. We think he's being held on the ground floor. What are my orders when I reach the command center? Interrogate the leader. We don't yet know why the terrorists would risk an open assault.
Actually, I wonder. Yes. One of our bots, I think.
NSF everywhere, JC. Your orders are to shoot on sight. A UNATCO informant on the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bum. Identify yourself with the phrase, iron and copper. If you want to make a covert approach, remember the Academy stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
I got this one.
pig.
Oh, so much for the element of surprise.
That's the difference right there. Just take a look at him.
Bad?
They cut off his arm, replaced half his face.
Herman, right? He's a good soldier. Killed 3 of our men.
They'd have replaced his whole body if it would have improved performance. If that's how you judge a man, by performance, then eventually it's not about people, but upgrades, versions, functionality.
All I know is we could use a few mechs for ops like this.
Soon as we buy into the cult of the machine, we're just like them.
Rhetoric. Always more rhetoric.
I got this.
These 2 guys kill me too often. Wrong button.
Good thinking. You might be able to avoid some of the security by entering this way. A shame, isn't it? The French terrorist group Silhouette claims that France was wrong to give the U.S. the statue. We think they planned the bombing.
Uh-oh. I got this one.
You're nearing the command center. Agent Herman remains in captivity on the ground floor, but we can probably get him out. Keep moving. Some news, JC. The NSF targeted a shipment of the plague vaccine Ambrosia. We can't locate it. See if the leader will surrender when you reach the command post. We'd like to interrogate him.
Huh?
Easy. We want you to take this one alive and conscious. Find out what you can about the shipment, then turn him over to one of the troopers.
Don't shoot. I surrender.
So you think you know better than FEMA what to do with this month's Ambrosia shipment?
You're too late. It's on its way back to the people, and you can't do a damn thing about it.
Tell me about the shipment, and I'll order the troops to pick you up as a prisoner instead of a corpse.
Ask away. We already won this round.
Where are you taking it?
We're just giving ordinary people the same chance to survive as the bureaucrats in Washington.
You'll have to unload in New York because the choppers would spot you at sea.
I think the government made the plague on purpose to get rid of the population growth.
Well done. I will pass on your orders to the troopers. Report back to base on the west side of the island. Mission complete.
The chief finally let us loose. We were right behind you and cut through them like a hot knife through butter.
Okay.
Gunther slipped out on his own. Report back to base.
Found an augmentation down here. Okay, sure, why not?
They sent us in to pick up the pieces. We've already searched the bodies and delivered the enemy munitions to the quartermaster.
Basically what you're saying is I won't get anything off the bodies. Cool.
Don't worry about the bodies. We'll handle the cleanup. Someone should have put a slug in the commander's head.
I was told not to.
We've got the island secured. How did things look in the statue? The leader surrendered. So they were after Ambrosia. A month's supply for the East Coast. We think they've taken it back to the city. I didn't know UNATCO handled the Ambrosia distribution. Manderley will brief us shortly. UNATCO makes sure the limited supply of vaccine gets to government agencies and key industries. It's good to finally see some action. Just keep a level head. You're doing well so far. Now get inside. I'll meet you in Manderley's office, level 2.
I hear you just slipped by a lot of the terrorists. Pretty smart.
You think that's funny?
It's my first day too. I'm pretty excited.
It's funny. Well, I mean, not locked down.
Check in with Manderley on level 2.
Come on in. The retinal scanner can read blood vessel patterns right through your sunglasses. I heard there was a lot of fighting topside.
Remember that Mr. Manderley wants to see you. Level 2. His secretary, Janice Reed, has your login and password.
It's level 2. Okay.
You found your office. Did Janice give you your login? I guess not. Let's see. JCD, password, Bionic Man. partner for the next assignment, Anna Navarra, is in the adjoining break room to the east. Maybe you should introduce yourself.
Are you sure you pressed the right button?
I do not make mistakes of that kind.
Your hand might have slipped.
No, I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime.
The machine would not make a mistake.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
So you think the staff has some kind of plot?
Yes, they do that on purpose.
My new partner, J.C. Denton. Don't tell me you're going to wear those sunglasses during a night operation.
My vision is augmented.
Better to look good than to have the distractions of another agent who needs backup.
Forgive my interruption. I just wanted to say that I look forward to working with you, Agent Navarra. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to be briefed by Mr. Manderley.
I do not expect you to perform as well as Agent Herman, but the mission will require us to do more than frighten the NSF with our baggy coats that make us look bigger than we really are.
I am prepared to perform my duties.
For instance, not to wipe out the enemy and then leave agents still captured in a locked cell.
No problem.
All right, bub. Okay.
Before the briefing, you've got to go to level 3 for your equipment and a medical examination. See Jaime Reyes in the med center and Sam Carter in the armory.
That was a close one up there.
I have no idea.
Get your checkup on level 3, and let's get going.
At ease, Agent Denton.
General Carter, I read about the Merced operation in school. This is a great honor.
I'm not a general anymore. Just call me Carter.
I can't believe what the NSF did to your family.
Enough of that, soldier. We each have our troubles. I lost my children, but you've had to grow up without your parents, which requires more courage. I don't think it matters.
My parents died in a car accident. That's different.
I said that's enough. You have your own op and time is short. How about I issue you a stealth pistol?
That sounds fine. Thank you, sir.
What else do you think you'll need?
Just give me ammo.
A man who means business. Nothing wrong with that. Now move out. Manderley's waiting.
Hey, JC.
You look like the real thing. They actually let you operate on people?
Just fixed Gunther's knee, in fact. A sticky actuator. So far, I feel more like a mechanic than a doctor.
I'm impressed.
They actually let you point a gun at people.
We'll have to catch up later. I've got to leave for New York right away. Could you send Manderley whatever it is he wants?
No problem. Listen, JC. About your augmentations. You know they're preparing to roll out the technology worldwide, right?
As long as I don't turn green and grow a pair of antennas, as I understand it.
Yeah, well, the design's pretty modular, which means you'll soon have access to upgrades from standard augmentation canisters.
I think I picked one of those up at the top of the statue.
Maybe you did. My order from VersaLife was on the ship the NSF captured. You'll need to take it to one of the medbas for installation.
I'll do that.
The canisters contain a colloid of ROM modules. Some are generic upgrades, others require you to make permanent choices about how to configure one of your subsystems.
It's about time they implemented some of this stuff.
Report to Manderley. He told me to send you back to him on the double.
Oh, let me use a medbot first.
You're getting warm. You're red hot. Looks like you found me.
Like leading a mouse to cheese.
This thing is starting to give me a headache.
Don't worry, we shut it down when you go off duty.
I guess I'll get used to it.
I'm Alex Jacobson, communications engineer.
I suppose you already know who I am.
Getting there. You're certainly quicker on the uptake than your brother Paul ever was.
Thanks.
Dang it, Paul.
I don't like getting shot at. Not one bit.
No kidding. There's Joseph Manderley, but where is he? This one. Ah, yeah.
Good work out there, Mr. Denton. Mr. Manderley said you handled yourself nicely. Welcome to UNATCO HQ. Our little family keeps getting bigger.
Is Mr. Manderley available?
Yes, go right in. By the way, your computer account is ready. Log in JCD, password Bionic Man.
Alex already told me. Thanks.
What's the idea, JC? What's the idea, JC?
That will be JC's job.
What's that? Power station. The NSF have Ambrosia in a warehouse protected by cameras and booby traps. We want to power down the whole system.
We're taking one illicit generating plant, protected by weak groups of NSF. Knock out that plant, and Paul's team can walk right into the warehouse.
Just tell me where it is. The NSF are openly resisting our deployed forces, gradually falling back. You'll have to deal with them first.
And you be ready, Paul. When the power drops, go in and go in hard.
I'll use my discretion.
Go in like the U.S. Marshals. We lose the vaccine, I'm sending your butt to the mayor to explain why he and his 3 daughters won't get their pills this month.
Yes, sir. Let's not waste any time, JC. Get down to the dock. A boat is waiting to take you and your partner, Anna Navarre, to shore.
Yes, get moving. Here's your op bonus for the great job you did in the statue. 1,000 credits. We take care of our people around here. The bonus for rescuing Agent Herman goes to one of the troopers, though. I'm sure you understand.
Thank you, sir.
I guess that's okay. I got my bonus from the ATM. I mean, yeah, that's fine.
We finally got to cap some rebels, eh, Denton?
I definitely did that. Get out of here.
Bet the NSF won't try that trick again.
Wish I was going with you.
I may have to try and do a little bit of
Good luck out there. Man, 2 Dentons in the field. The NSF won't know what hit them.
I guess there is still some exploration you can do here. Not where I'm trying to go.
Heard you went a little soft on the NSF. The guys had to mop up for you.
I used necessary force.
Well, necessary force won't work when we chase these sons of bitches into the city. You better load up on some hardware. I scored an extra scope from a couple of thugs we dropped down by the dock. You can have it for 700 credits. I also picked up some 10mm ammo and some crossbow darts. Say 200 for one and 60 for the other.
Shouldn't you turn that stuff over to the quartermaster?
Carter? You don't care. NSF goods are the spoils of war. Hey, we're risking our lives out here.
I'll take the scope.
I'll take the scope for 700.
Just attach this baby to your pistol and you're in business.
Cool, wasn't expecting that.
Way to go, sir.
I think when I could have zagged way to the friggin' docks. Oh, well, this way. Okay. Alright, well, I may try to do a little bit of exploration here, who knows. Go ahead and save the game here. Yeah, definitely. This first chapter is not easy. that's for certain. There's quite a bit going on and very easy to get yourself killed, and even more so if you try to be nice to the freaking terrorist. So yeah, I'm starting to think to heck with that. But even trying to shoot them with a pistol isn't exactly super easy either. Anyway, I'll go ahead and stop here. Like I said, I might try to explore more of this island, see what else I can find. Maybe even try to raise the gamma or something on the game. It is really dark and kind of hard to see, but I'll play around a little bit more with it. But for now, I'll say thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.